know how to destroy everything I ever learned from pornography. I don't know how to overcome that obstacle. And I've known porn since I was 11 years old, and it only got worse over the years. I have many gigabytes of saved pornography on the computer. It's even been backed up online, so now I can't really get around it or away from it. Deleting it wouldn't do me any good because I don't know how to delete what I already saw. Like I said, you can't unsee what's been seen. I don't know how to do that. So, it doesn't matter if I can break it down to what core mechanic brought that on, whatever fetishes I have, because I do have them. But these fetishes translate more into fantasy than reality. And I've even been tempted by those things over it, which I refuse because on the basis of practicality, you know, I can't handle my job if I'm too buff to wear a shirt or something, or well, just, or I can't walk because my general wheels are too large or something. It's like I don't want to be rendered immobile. I don't want to be too ugly either. I didn't learn the first thing about relationships or dating or something. And the girls at school I grew up with were never really nice to me. And if they were nice to me, it was to put me in a trap. That was my experience. I got bullied by both the girls and the guys. So I just learned to mind my own business and ignore them. But of course, I didn't make many friends that way either. Girls would be bitches, or they would literally pretend that they know somebody that likes me, and then try to point it out to me, and then they're like, "Hi," and then it turns out to be a big trap to embarrass me in front of everyone. This is the block that's holding me back from maturing in a different kind of adult way. I've overcome my peers with using their own logic against them, their own words against them, exposing how immature they are, and even overcome some dark forces with some help, of course. I will not take credit for what I didn't do. But I'd be kidding myself to say that I did a lot. Because I'd be real. I probably would be lying or just exaggerating grossly if I said I overcame all my obstacles by myself. But it's that the help I received was necessary at the time. I got regrets. I got personal unresolved issues with, lately it's been relationships has actually blocked me off from being able to push forward. And one of the biggest problems I have is the mystery of how to undo $16 years of pornography knowledge. It's that kind of dark secret I don't want to talk to nobody about. Because as soon as I know that, then they'll start. Last couple times, they exploited it, trolled me the heck out of it, or just made it worse. With the exception of few people, or they just didn't understand it. With the exception of select few people that actually kept it a secret instead of just to make things worse. Cameron, I tell him a lot of things. I don't tell you much. And lately, it's been sort of a trust issue, more for myself than with you necessarily. It's more the situation I've imagined finding yourself in, where you've been exposed to an ex-girlfriend, psychic of a friend you know, with dark powers of sorts, and I already hate it. Absolute. I really did not like they dragged into or put through all that mess Matt did, and all the many, many ways that he later did confess, and I suspected he did, to totally rewire my brain. And in doing so, he did a whole lot more damage than control. And I don't know how to clean up the mess. I've tried. It's like I can only find it gradually as I come along, as I discover it. But yet, how do I fix my language from going crazy? I don't know. That was one of the first things he broke down. And you remember, I'll go 2 weeks or more unable to say anything when all I had to say was, "Hi, how are you? Welcome to Tom Thumb." And I did not appreciate being mentally abused like that. I did not appreciate them, tweaking around and really just smash what they didn't understand or destroy what they couldn't control. And then I kept having to ask God for a new mind because I don't know what to do. And even then, sometimes that's not enough. Because Matt's dark side and his darkness is gone away. Matt's no longer under control of them. He let them go last fall. After the whole Harvard fiasco stuff. And yet, Matt never fixed the damage he did. And right now, it's probably too late for him to do it. Because he claims he doesn't remember how to do that anymore. Which, as I suspected, his whole mental abilities and powers were only given to him by the dark entities that he had signed a contract with. But once they left, so did his abilities. So now he's left being a grumpy, crippled young man. Which, personally, I don't believe he's going to last much longer than a couple of decades. He may be able to live 20 years, but he may not be able to walk another 10. I can just imagine him as an older man in a wheelchair. Can't hold a job, can't do nothing. So now he's just handicapped and his family just has to take care of him. He's already under guardianship and he never took care of himself. Anyway, that's not a problem for me anymore. It's the damage and aftermath that was done to me that's made mental life difficult. It's this enduring lack of supplies and funding that's gotten on my nerves more than once. Way too many times, actually. I've tried buying tools and cool stuff that supposed to help, but yet it's still, there are many things that have eluded me because I didn't have enough money to buy it. Some things in particular I was particularly interested in getting. It cost me like $900. I don't have $900. Yet. honestly, I just don't know how to help myself sometimes. When I start losing my self-control, I know I'm starting to sort of downward spiral of losing my self-restraint is hard. Because I have a problem with hesitation. I hesitate a lot. I have to restrain myself a lot because it is necessary to maintain this boring, as some say, ordinary status quo, just so I could simply actually earn enough money to afford to live and move out onto my own, into our own apartment. In innocent stalling for time so Cam can pay off his debts, and stalling for time so I can acquire some more funding, better job, and merchandise to help me along my journey.